Something I can do for you, Miss Bo?
Mr. Leach, can you let me out of this museum? I don't like it in here. People keep dying.
Sorry, Miss Bo. I seem to have lost my door keys.
Oh, I find that very disturbing.
Me too. I can't even let myself out of the building. We're all staying here until I find those keys.
Mr. Leach, has 1926 been a good year for you?
Yes and no, Miss Bo. Times are tough, but at least I've got this job at the museum. That's more than a lot of folks have.
Do you like your job here at the museum?
Yes, I do. This sort of work doesn't really tax my brains, if you know what I mean. It gives me time to think.
Think about what, Mr. Leach?
You sure act like a reporter, Miss Bo.
Mr. Leach, do you have any idea who might have taken the dagger of Ammon-Ra?
I sure don't. Well, I halfway wonder if it wasn't one of those Egyptian fellas. They probably think I took it.
Was the dagger well guarded?
Oh, sure. It was locked up tighter than a drum. Somebody really pulled a fast one. If that fella were any more full of himself, he'd rise up and float away like a hot air balloon. The way he carries on, you'd think he discovered Atlantis. Well, I don't see the gent too often. We working class folks don't see the big guys too often, you know what I mean? Oh, I guess he's an okay fella. Poor cop. I do wish he'd stop leaving those grape stems all over the place, though. Now there's a Weasley little fella. I've heard he's a stool pigeon. That's a dangerous way to make a living. He's a quiet little fella. I think he does some accounting for the museum. Seems nice enough. Oh, he seems like a nice enough fella. I don't know him too well. The Countess is a quite colorful old dame, isn't she? I can't help liking her. Dr. Miklos is a strange bird, but she's a decent sort all the same. I see her a lot at night working late. Sometimes she invites me in for coffee. She certainly is taken with the plate in my head. She must have looked at the scars a dozen times. Miss Delacroix is a wonderful lady, Miss Bo. A delight to work for. That fella gives me the willies. He's always hanging around, looking over my shoulder with those suspicious eyeballs of his. Also, to tell you the ugly truth, I just haven't trusted the Germans since the war. That Kaiser guy was a real high hat.
You fought in the Great War, Mr. Leach?
Yes, I did, Miss Bo. I came back with a plate in my head and a chest full of medals, and then I couldn't get a job to save my soul.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, don't let it bother you, Miss Bo. I'm just jawing. I'm doing fine now. Well, he's an intense sort of a gent. He's all bent out of shape about this dagger business, and he hangs around Dr. Carter a lot. He looks ready to blow a blood vessel to me. No, I can't say I ever met the man. At first, I wasn't sure I'd like it here in this big spooky old place. But it was so peaceful at night, and there's so many interesting things everywhere. I really enjoy it now.
Do you like New York City, Mr. Leach?
New York's my home, Miss Bo. I was born and raised here, and it's in my blood. Sometimes I think I'd like to go somewhere else, where life is a little slower. But to tell you the truth, I don't think I could ever really leave. I don't have much use for carbon paper. You might ask that Ramses fella. He's a bean counter. He probably uses it. I'm sorry, Miss Bo, but I'm kind of busy right now. Is there something I can help you with? If not, I've got work to do.
A full bottle of Dr. Moribund's guaranteed snake oil. You pick it up and place it in your purse. It's Olympia's ferret, Daisy. The trunk has a name tag identifying it as part of Carrington's personal luggage. Beside it is another sticker emblazoned with the logo, Andrea Doria. A slab of meat which smells ripe, veins of rancid fat forming abscesses that ooze copious amounts of pus run through the decomposed cut of beef. Yum, just like Mom used to make. You pick it up and place it in your purse. It's a sack of plaster, sometimes used for making molds.